Hello, viewers. It's Richard Michael from School Reviews, bringing you a new podcast from my second called The Super Sentai Review. And like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly in case you don't understand me. Also, I try to do my best not to breach your heart during this RU podcast recording as well, not to cause any RU feedback as well. And finally, if you're under 18, this RU podcast recording will change your adult language if you're under 18. Now, once again, I'll say again, if you're under 18, this RU podcast recording will change your adult language if you're under 18. Now, if you're over 18, that means that means you'll get to watch this other podcast recording. So anyway, with this and everything else at the way, let's get into the latest episode of King-Ohger. So basically the episode starts off like this. So basically we at Goki. We're at the nation of Goki where Rita is the ruler. We're at Rita's nation, and basically she's in her mop room with her big mop Yeti doll and whatnot. So basically the Yeti doll name is Martha. Martha. I believe it's not Martha. Yeah, Martha. So basically, the big Yeti doll that is based on a cartoon series that's broadcast throughout the nations and whatnot. So anyway, basically she's watching the Martha series. It cuts to commercial, and there's a special limited edition, Martha mini doll coming out that's going to be sold in a banner and whatnot. So basically, it seems like most of all the goods, like, if you want to buy dolls and stuff, you have to either, doesn't have shops. So basically, like, Rita's Nation's like, it doesn't have, they have to go to different places to buy goods and shit like that, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, Rita was talking with her giant Yeti stuff for my fun and whatnot, and basically, like, Rita was looking at some evidence that she also has in the room about a case that happened 15 years ago during the incident of the Fear of the Gods. That incident that led to Hemo's parents being killed by assassin using the venom of the Scorpion God Zord. So anyway. So basically, we see I can't pronounce her name. Morphino, Rita servant came to the door and knocked. She's like, oh, hey Rita, I saw that they come up with the special knock from the dolls and coming out with special limited edition mock for dolls, and it's better. So basically, why don't you and me go to Savannah and go get the dolls and get that special limited edition my farm doll, and Rita was like, seemed like Rita wants to go there, but she said, I have a very important case to do. So anyway, basically we cut to Rita in her courtroom, and basically, like, turns out her important case is like a parole hearing to this guy who was married to the previous court justice who ruled over Goki, the nation of Goki. I mean, Geki, whatever. So basically, it turns out that Rita was heading the job after the previous, ruler, supreme justice got killed by her husband. So basically, the previous ruler of the nation of Greece, got killed by her husband, and therefore, before that happened, Rita was appointed the job of being the ruler of Goki. So basically, the husband of the previous ruler pleaded that he's yes, I killed my wife. I killed my wife who was the previous the Supreme Court justice and ruler of Goki. And basically, Rita was like it's been 15 years since I sentenced you. So basically, you claim that you still claim that you killed your wife, who was the previous ruler of Goki. So therefore, I put you back in your sentence still stands. Basically like a parole hearing. So basically, his story has not changed. He still claims that this is. I admit to kill my wife, I killed my wife, so basically, blah, blah, blah. So basically, like Rita said, fine, then go, I'm going to put you back in jail then. But Rita thinks that there's more to this case, is that's being, so basically, Rita has a suspicion after looking at the evidence. So basically, turns out that the previous ruler of Goki was poisoned by her husband. So basically, Rita, looking at the poison, is wondering, thinking, was adding things together, Hema parents was killed by poison. So basically, maybe something is bigger going on here. So anyway, Rita decided to go to Isabella to go talk to Hemo, and took the evidence, took the poison evidence that was used to kill the previous ruler of Goki with her to Isabella. So basically, Martha was overseeing Martha Fiona, Rita's aide / servant, was overseeing the prisoners, and she said that you have an obligation to pick whoever in case something happened to you, you have an obligation to pick the next ruler of the nation of Goki. So basically, Martha Fiona was maybe you consider me to be the next Supreme Justice Court Justice and ruler of Goki, and Rita stopped for a moment, whoever I choose to be my preceptor and rule Goki will have to be a good choice. That's all she said, and basically, and Martha Fiona was okay, I understand. You probably hesitate. I doubt. I probably doubt that you would pick me anyway to be your the next ruler of Goki. I really doubt that. Martha Fiona seems like she wants to be the next ruler. Wants Rita to pick him to be the next ruler of Goki, but he has doubts that he's capable of doing the job. So anyway, So anyway, meanwhile, and Neoscapa, and back at meanwhile in Neoscapa, the nation where Yama rules over, we see Yama, Garen, and Jeremy having a conversation. So basically, Jeremy did manage to get managed to convince Defra to have a meeting with King Reckless to make a peace deal. So basically, turns out that Jeremy, even though that Defra, the leader of the Buckler, hates Jeremy, but he managed to somehow to get Defra to a meeting to talk to Reckless, and basically to try to work out a peace deal between the Bagua and Sugarland and whatnot. So basically, Jeremy said that so basically Yama said that we can use this. So basically, making a deal. A lot of people in Sugarland might not be happy a Reckless making a deal with the Bagua for peace. So basically, we can use this to further the cause to remove Reckless from being the ruler of Sugarland. So basically, Yama suggesting that we can use this to make to remove Reckless from power being the ruler of Sugarland, and therefore make Gillen the ruler of Sugarland instead of Reckless, because a lot of people. So basically, a lot of people Chicken will find might find that Reckless making a deal with the Bagua, a peace treaty with the Bagua might not go very well with the people of Chicken after all the damage that they did to the country and the other nations as well, and to the nation of Sugarland and the other nations as well. So basically, a lot of people might turn against him and turn against Reckless, and therefore can use this to take control of to gain control of the Sugarland and have the people of Sugarland on his side and whatnot. So anyway, after that conversation, it could be, but maybe this might turn out to you guys could do that, but you never know. This could be a real peace, a real genuine peace between the Bagua and the people of the planet Terran. That's what the world that the Killings live on the planet that the Killings live on. They call it Terran. So anyway, a bunch of foot soldiers showed up and basically started to attack, or started to showed up at near Sopa, like well, seems like it seems like it seems like the peace treaty didn't go as planned, cause it seems like the Bagua is still attacking. It seems like the Bagua is still based off the Bagua foot soldiers attacking my nation. This peace treaty might not went as planned. Probably to only to Sugarland. Seems like whatever. So basically, and Jeremy said, I will deal with this. I will see what's up with this. What's up? What really happened? I will go and see what really happened at the peace treaty. between Reckless and Duffler, and basically while Jeremy went to go do that, Galen and Yama went to go deal with the foot soldiers that was attacking Neo Sofa. So anyway, meanwhile, back at Isabella, Rita was having the conversation, with Hemo that 15 years ago, the previous ruler of my nation was killed by her husband. He used a venom to kill his wife. So basically, this is around the same time during the period the God incident happened. Around the same time that about the same time your parents died during the period of God's incident. So basically, I think these two incidents might be connected somehow. So basically, I want you to scan this poison to be sure of it. And so basically, Hemo immediately scanned the poison that was used to poison the previous ruler of Goki. Turned out it's the same venom that was used. It turns out it is venom from the Scorpion God Zord, the same venom, the venom that was used to kill Hemo's parents 15 years ago. So basically, they went back to Groki. They talked to Shino, who is the husband of the previous ruler of Groki, who claims that he poisoned his wife and killed her. And basically, turns out that Rita was like, Hema was there, Rita was there, and basically, once again had another hearing. It's this doesn't add up. So basically, things doesn't add up with your claims that you used poison to. So basically, after some further examination of the evidence, we found that the poison comes from the venom from the god Scorpion Zord, the same venom that was used to kill Hemo's parents. So basically, I've assumed that you know who killed Hemo's parents, and basically that's when Chino came clean. Whoa. I don't know. So basically, that's when after Rita presented new evidence, Shino came clean. He said that everything was staged. So basically, that the previous ruler, my wife, knew that there was a person behind the period of God. So basically, my wife knew that there was somebody behind that caused the period of God incident 15 years ago. But so basically, she had her death staged. She's still alive. So basically, the previous ruler of Goki is still alive. She faced her death, and therefore, so basically, she's still alive. She's still alive, and she's been looking for that person that caused the incident of the period of gods ever since she fixed her death. Now, as for I don't know who killed, so basically, we managed to get some, we managed to get some god scorpions, we managed to get some venom from the god scorpions or somehow, but we didn't use that, but we was not, I don't know who's behind killing your parents and whatnot, but I had nothing to do with it. So Shino said that, I think my wife's death because she's been looking for the person who was responsible for the period of the God incident 15 years ago. Now, as for as for who killed Kima's parents, I don't know. But whoever caused that incident might be the one behind it. But I don't know for sure. But I don't know where my wife is at this current. I don't even know what my current. I don't know where's my wife's current whereabouts right now. But she's somewhere in this world, looking for the person that caused the incident that caused Hemo's parents to be killed and whatnot. So basically, after Shino showed him the note that confirmed that he returned the truth from his wife, that the previous ruler Groki, that so Rita said that, oh Rita, you found out the truth about that I'm still alive. So basically, this note confirms that I'm still alive. I'm looking for the person that caused. I'm looking for the person that caused the incident, the spirit of the god incident 15 years ago. So basically, Rita said, so after hearing the truth and whatnot, Rita decided to set Shino free and whatnot, and basically cancel his life sentence and let Shino go and whatnot. So anyway, meanwhile, Jeremy went to go see Kamagen, and Jeremy went to go see Kamagen, Prime Minister Kamagen, who basically the servant of Dakwa, and basically we see before Jeremy showed up, we see Kamagen that, I heard that Shin was talking to a Bugwa monster, and I heard that Shino is free. It got free from it's free. So basically, we can't let him go free. So therefore, I want you to kill him. So basically, Jerry's showed up after Kamagen told the monster to go kill Shino and whatnot, who is the husband of the previous ruler Goki and whatnot. And basically, Jeremy's Jeremy was what the hell? I want to know about the whole peace. About the whole peace treaty between Rattless and Daphla. Well, far as I know, Daphla and Rattless made agreement with each other. So therefore, so basically, as far as I know, Daphla and Rattlers have negotiated a peace agreement with each other. As far as I know. As for the other nations, so basically, Compton said that, he's saying that, Daphla and Rattless made a deal with each other. That's all I know about that. And Jeremy went on his way and whatnot. So anyway, so basically Rita and Himo and Marfa Fiona was seeing, was basically seeing, making sure that that Shino was on his way to making sure that Shino had enough stuff that he needs to go find his wife, the previous ruler of Goki and whatnot. So basically, Shino is going to find his wife. It's going to search for his wife, and hope her find whoever's behind. Whoever's behind the incident that happened 15 years ago. So basically, the monster showed up and he said, "I'm here to kill you," and basically Rita, being a badass, a little help from Himo, managed to force the monster to retreat and stop him to kill Shino. So basically, Shino managed Shino went on his way after the monster was forced to retreat, and basically the monster was out somewhere, was talking to Kamager, like, well, the monster said, I failed to kill Shino. Shino's gone. So basically, I know sooner or later, the truth about the period of God's incident will come out sooner or later. But they won't. But they probably will get half that truth. So basically, Compton gave the monster some special food to make himself grow, and basically the monster grow monster size, and basically, Jeremy showed up, morphed up, and summoned his Megazord, and basically using the power of the Centipede Zord and the Cicada Zord that came. The Cicada Zord came like a braided weapon, and basically. It combined with the spot. It combined with Jerry's Megazord and formed the arm Tarantula Knight Megazord, and basically destroyed the monster, and basically Goki was saved. So basically, Jeremy's Megazord, new Megazord combination destroyed the monster, and Goki was saved. So anyway, Hero came to see Rita again, who was in her room. Rita was in her room watching with her giant Mothra Yeti doll, the stuffed Yeti doll, and basically watching the Mothra cartoon series on her TV in her secret stuffed Mothra Yeti doll room. So basically, he was like, we do have something in common, and like, after the day we had, so basically, like, we do have something in common. I know that you're supposed to be neutral and all. You're supposed to be neutral, but, it's like, it's sometimes you need to, to really express yourself. And basically, Hemo gave her that special limited edition Mothra Yeti stuffed doll and whatnot, and basically, it was like say Genku, Genku for this and whatnot. Maybe you're right, but maybe I should be a bit more, show a bit more feelings and whatnot. And basically, the episode ended with, with Garen with Garen and Yama, taking down some photos, and more photos showed up, and this big video screen with rappers showed up, and basically, so basically, this big video screen with rappers showed up in front of Yama, and Yama had to make sure that Garen was hitting because to make sure that rappers still believe that Garen is dead. So anyway, so basically, and on the video screen, Raptor said, I came to negotiate a peace treaty between you, Yama, and your nation. And basically, this is how the episode ended, with the Bagua telling Yama that Reckless wants to talk to you, and basically, and Reckless showed up on the video screen saying that I came to negotiate a peace treaty between your nation, Yama, and basically, this is how the episode ended on this note. So anyway, this was a good episode. So basically, we don't know for sure that it's the previous, we know that, we finally know that, that turns out the ruler whoever is the current ruler of Goki gets to pick the next ruler to rule over the nation and whatnot. But we don't know for sure if the previous ruler we don't know for sure if the previous ruler it's Rita's mother or not. So basically, it seems like it's not. But, we don't know that 400% for sure. But anyway, this was a good episode. Anyway, what do you guys think about this episode? Good, bad, just whatever. Anyway, sign off and screw you reviews. 1.